Hi guys, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay, we've got here an analyst who's talking about a $27 XRP. Now, I know how people are feeling. I know what you're going to want to say. The market's a mess. You know, they don't want to hear this kind of thing. I completely get it. But just hear me out before I get into this. And obviously, this isn't my prediction. It's an analyst. But I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons of this, right? And I am someone who's been in a bear market and a bull market. So I have seen both sides. And so I just want to give you guys a bit of perspective, because I do understand the anger right now. I do understand the frustration. I'm right there with you, right? I hold XRP too. I do hold other cryptos as well, but XRP is one of my main ones. So, you know, I'm with you guys. Like, I understand we want this to happen now. I get it completely. But this is just to give you a bit more of a perspective in regards to just the market in general. Okay, so we've got here in regards to, you know, the conditions that have got to be met for XRP to rally to $27. Now, I'm not a chart analyst, so I don't really want to get into the nitty gritty of this, but the long story short is we're going through macro conditions right now. That is what's affecting the market, right? That's understandable right now when we look at what's going on geopolitically. Like, we can see a lot of things that's happening. We can see just the general economy. It's in a bad way right now. And when you think about it, don't get me wrong. I mean, we are obviously in a bad way, and I know obviously everyone's frustrated, but when you think about it, if you look at the economy right now, who's really got money to invest into crypto? So when you do look at the kind of conditions that we're currently in, it does kind of make sense as to why we're in a bit of a, you know, bit of a downward period, a bit of a stagnated period, right? So while I do understand the frustration, I do think logically when we look at the condition that the world's in and how everybody is right now with money, you know, we're all feeling it, right? We're all hurting in the pockets right now. Everything's going up. It's more expensive. The whole thing with the Strait of Hormuz has just created even more chaos. So we're all in a bad way, right? So in regards to this $27 XRP, the first thing I want to say, as someone who has done my research on XRP, $27 is plausible, right? This isn't like a pie in the sky number. It's not like a hype number that people just, you know, say to get views and stuff like that. $27 is actually plausible, right? Now, does that mean that it's going to hit $27? No. So I'm not here to make any promises or anything like that, or say that I'm standing by that number. I don't know for sure. But what I am saying is that's not a number that I'd look at and say, that's not feasible to hit. Like, that's just hype, right? Now, the thing that I will say is, when it comes to the bull runs and stuff like that, right? As someone who's been in a bull run before, when you see the market in its true euphoria, it's just absolutely insane. It's very surreal. It's unbelievable. Like, when you just look at like how many multiples your portfolio can go up, and for some of you guys, you would have had a bit of a preview of it just in 2024, right? When XRP was around like 50 cents, 70 cents and shot up to $3. Now, don't get me wrong, that was nice, that was good. But in the bull market that I saw, it was even better. That was in 2021. And you know what the funny thing is? I've heard of some people who've been in the bull run that was in 2017. I wasn't in that one. And they said that the 2021 bull run was nothing compared to 2017. So, you know, for me, the 2021 bull run was absolutely insane. So I can't even imagine what the 2017 bull run must have been like. But there was definitely plenty of opportunity in the 2021 bull run. So what I'm saying here is, if we do get into those kind of conditions again, $27 is feasible. It's not a guarantee that it's going to happen, but it's absolutely feasible. It is. So what I will say is, I know there's a lot of people out here frustrated right now, and we're saying, look, we can see where the market is. It's terrible and whatnot. I'm right there with you. I get it completely. But what I am saying is that, you know, when we do eventually get back into the bull run season, you know, that coming back into play, like, these kind of numbers, you know, could definitely occur. And the thing that I will say is this, right? Let's just say it doesn't get to $27. Let's say it got to like $20, or even let's just say $15. You're in an incredible position to make great money from that. You really are. Like, you know, so while you might not hit $27, now on the flip side, it could actually hit more, right? We could get up to, let's say, $35, for example. That's also plausible. That's not, you know, that's not outrageous. So you never know, right? You could get $27, you could get higher, you could get lower. But these numbers are all possible. And what I'm just trying to say to you guys is, I do understand the frustration, but long term, this industry isn't going anywhere. So what I will say is I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not here to, try and sugarcoat it to you and say, hey guys, give it a couple of months and we'll be fine. I don't know. But what I am here to say is if you can have the patience, I do think long term, personally, this is my belief. I've got no guarantees here. This is just my opinion. I do believe that it's going to pay off. I really do believe that we are going to have good price action. I don't know what that price action will look like for certain, but I definitely think it will be to the positive. That's my belief. So what I'm just trying to say to you guys here is $27. We'll see what happens. We don't know for sure, but this is definitely something that is plausible. And like I say, to me personally, even if we didn't get $27, if we got, $20, for me, I don't know about you guys, but I still think that's incredible. For many people, that's still life changing. At these prices, and you get it up to $20, that's incredible, right? So I'm still holding out personally. I'm still going to wait, but I'm just showing you guys that if you can have the patience, and I can't say how long that patience will need to be for, but I do think long term we will get rewarded for our patience. I do. I don't know to what degree, and I don't know how long it will take, but long term I think we'll get there. So I thought I'd share this with you just to give you an idea of what we could be looking at. Again, there's no guarantees here with this, but I'm just showing you the kind of things that analysts are seeing of what the potential could be, right? So no guarantees, but the potential is there. But overall, I do think in some way, shape or form, we will be rewarded for our patience. It's just to what degree and how long it will take. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching this, guys. If you did like it, please remember to like, comment and subscribe so you can be updated for future XRP content. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be alerted on when I do drop a new video. Thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you all on the next one.